Alrighty, welcome to another episode of Tristan Take Video. It is Monday afternoon, and this afternoon I'm doing something I've wanted to do for a long time and show you guys, which is rolling a really nice little sunset Hincappie loop. A Hincappie loop has got 2 climbs, 2 descents. It's 60 kilometers long, and on a sunny afternoon like this, it's an absolute pleasure. Now, the important part of today is not only that I'm rolling a Hincappie loop at sunset, my favorite thing to do, but today I'm out with one of my best friends, someone I'm super excited to introduce you guys to. I'm riding today with Krysten Koehn. She is an artist, she's a bike rider, she's one of the closest people to me, and she's been in Girona the last couple of weeks. We've been doing a little bit of riding together and a bit of photography and having lots and lots of chats and a few glasses of wine as well. Today I'm riding with Krysten, and we are going to cruise a Hincappie loop and take you guys along for the ride. So, a Hincappie loop. It's made up of 2 climbs. The 2 climbs are Els Angels and Santa Pellaia. Els starts just outside of Girona. You roll out your door, you roll across the stone bridge, and you head out of town, and the first roundabout you hit, you take a left-hand turn. It's 3 k's in, and you start climbing. It's a beautiful smooth road, it's not too steep. It's 10 kilometers long, and at any time of day, it's my favorite climb to do. So we've just reached the top of Els Angels, the first climb on the Hincappie loop. Something that a lot of people don't know is this is the cathedral where artist Salvador Dali got married. Okay, so Krysten, tell me about yourself. Where do we start?
Where do I?
So Krysten is a badass motherfucker, rides a badass Speedwagon steel bike. You're an artist, you're a free spirit, got some sweet tattoos. What else can you tell me about yourself?
What can I tell you about myself? You pretty much covered it there. Born in California, moved to Colorado at this age, grew up there, running around barefoot in the mountains, camping and climbing, and then I left the States in 2007. I started teaching in international schools around the world, the Middle East, Europe, went back to States to go to art school.
Where did you go to art school? You got to drop that in there.
Went to the Yale School of Art.
Krysten went to the Yale School of Art to get a degree and a tracksuit. Get the Yale tracksuit.
Yes, I raced for the Yale cycling team. Then I moved to New York and worked in the art world. Kind of went back and forth between New York and France, making art, racing bikes, and guiding cycling tours in Provence, the Alps, the Pyrenees. Then I moved back to Europe full time, to the Netherlands, became Dutch.
Got the passport.
Got the passport, one of the happiest moments of my whole existence, and still here.
And you come to Girona on a consistent basis.
I do, just to see this guy.
She comes to hang out with me. Aren't I lucky?
You are such a lucky motherfucker.
I am. So that's a bit about Krysten Koehn. I will put her at right here. And let's continue our Hincappie loop.
Yes.
So that's climb number 1 out the way. That's Els Angels. One of the things I love about Els in the afternoon is you get the views of the mountains, and then from the other side you get the views of the ocean, of the Mediterranean. So it's a stunning view, such a nice climb, and then we're straight into a beautiful flowing hot mix road descent right now. So we've just come into Monels for a little look around. Monels is one of the most beautiful small towns in this area. It's medieval, it's a few hundred years old, all stone walls. It's an amazing place to come and have a little stop when the cafes are open, and then we roll out and keep going. So one of the things I love so much about this ride is the light. And Krysten and I were just chatting about how good the light is at this time of day and how beautiful it is to spend some time riding along at different times of day and appreciating different qualities of light. We've got this super stunning sunset, which is why we came out at this time of day. It's always peaceful, it's always beautiful, and really feel alive here, really feel a part of nature, and yeah, it feels very special. Alrighty, so we're just climbing up Pellaia now. This is the second climb on a Hincappie loop. It's 6Ks long, average is about 4%. If you've watched any of the other vlogs, I've been up here a few times. It's just impeccable road surface. The first time I ever came up here, I couldn't believe it. Coming from Sydney, this is like a McCars Creek road for double the length with 1/10 of the cars. It's hard not to love this one.
It's one of my favorite rides as well around Girona.
Yeah, so tell me about Girona for you, like why it's so special to you, obviously for the cycling, but what else?
The community,
yeah.
For sure. I feel really fortunate to have met some really extraordinary people in Girona. You know, when you ride with people, you form a bond that's different than people who don't understand how important bike riding can be. And I think just the overall atmosphere of the place that's formed by the light, the architecture, the sounds and the smells. We were just rolling through those canola fields, marveling at the smells.
The smell is...
It just engages all of your senses to the maximum. I love that.
Tell me more about your art. Well, don't tell me, I know. Tell these guys. Tell us about your art. So you studied fine art at Yale. You were a practicing artist in New York for a while. Now you still produce art. You're moving into some more like cycling related artworks. Just tell me a bit more about the way you define your art and you craft your art. And
my work is all based on experience and my particular experience of the world, and especially how my physicality experiences a place. So bike riding is really important to my artistic practice because I think of it as drawing. Like I'm drawing lines across landscapes, and then I try to make that experience tangible in various ways. But my work is really about the coming together of the body and the environment, and bike riding is a critical piece of that.
Yeah, it's a massive part of it. Drawing lines on the landscape through your bike. If you're a bike rider, which we all are, and you look at maps, this is sort of leaving our own mark on the earth. So, in a nice way.
In a responsible way.
In a responsible way. One of the other reasons that we're doing the Hincappie loop as well is because Krysten's been here for the last couple of weeks, and we were talking a lot about her art and sort of discussing how to represent that. And so Krysten has done sort of a few, what would you call them? Like explain. Little drawings, really beautiful little drawings.
We sat down and we talked about some of your favorite rides and what they mean to you and the feeling that they gave you. And I used that information to direct what I made.
This feeling you get rolling up this climb and rolling around this loop, it's definitely hard to describe in a vlog, and it's kind of one of these things you need to feel, you know. But I'm trying my best, or we are both trying our best to explain how nice it is out here. So this is part of why we love this loop. So we finished the climb. Now it's time to head down the descent and back to Girona to finish off the Hincappie loop at sunset. Super nice. Rightio, and that is us done for our sunset Hincappie loop. Very nice 58 kilometre cruise. One thing I forgot to mention is how much bike riding Krysten and I have done together. If you want to see one of the biggest rides we ever did and the craziest rides we ever did, jump on my Instagram and check out the France story highlight. Krysten rode from Amsterdam down to Girona, and I rode up to meet her towards the end of her trip. It was the hottest week ever on record in Europe. Temperatures were ridiculous, and it was a good adventure. So that's just one of the many adventures we've had, and many adventures we're going to have into the future. So if you want to see more on Krysten, I will pop all her socials down below, starting with her Instagram right here. And you can follow her on Strava, follow her on Instagram, and you can see her website, which is KrystenKoehn.com. It has more of her artwork and more about her. And definitely make sure you give her a follow on the gram. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. We enjoyed that a lot. And we will see you in the next episode soon. You know what you have to say. What do you have to say at the end of the episode? If you enjoyed that,
Like and subscribe!
you got it. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next episode. All right, ciao.